What is up, everybody? How are we all doing? Is the stream working? Here we go. There we are. How we all doing, everybody? What is going on? Hi, stream. Hello, everybody. This is baseball, April 11th. We got a lot to talk about today. Some good baseball happening last night. Honestly, shocked that I did this. I woke up this morning, I was like, man, I would really love to go back to sleep. I would really love to be in bed until 12. But you know what? The grind doesn't stop. Bill Belichick, no days off. No days off. We back. I also don't know how long I'm going to be able to do tomorrow, so I made sure I did today because got the Mets day game tomorrow. I actually don't know what time the Mets play. What time do the Mets play tomorrow? 1:10, which means I could do this until 12:30, catch an Uber. We're going to be here tomorrow. Your boy's going to be grinding. How's the chat doing? What's everybody up to? Appreciate you all coming out here again for another day of This Is Baseball, the new channel with GiraffeNeckMarc. Yep, we're rocking a Cyclones hat today. I just didn't wake up early enough to really take a shower. I also hate how long my hair is right now. So hopefully on Monday I'm going to get a cut, which would be amazing if I could get a haircut this week or next week. 5-0 dub for the Mets. Yeah, that was a big win. Needed it. As Nick says, we finally conquered you, Darvish. Sean Murphy is him. He had a big game for the Braves. We'll talk about that. What's up there, Bennett? Josephine Stokes, the Phillies. Yes, they did pop off. We will talk about it. I was right. Outside of Kenta Maeda, I think I was correct. I think you, Darvish, had 6? Or do you have 5? I don't remember how many you got. You only got classes at 4. Nice, Salty. Your fantasy team is screwed. You drafted Edwin, O'Neal Cruz, Rhys Hoskins, and just picked up Adam Duvall. Yo, Nooch, please do me a favor. Don't pick up any other Mets the rest of the year, okay? No more Mets on your team. If you want to pick up maybe Ron Acuna, make a trade for him. I won't say no. I don't know how good it is, but so far, if the Brewers score any runs, they win. And if they don't, they lose. I like that. Ashcraft shoved in fantasy. Dude, Ashcraft was all over it, man. All over it. Do you think Alcantara was tipping his pitches? I'm not sure. I didn't really watch. I was at the Mets game last night. I'm unbelievably biased, but Murphy is the 3rd best catcher in baseball. I think he's at worst the 4th. I think you could make an argument he's the 3rd. It goes JT, Will Smith for sure, and then you decide if it's Adley or Sean Murphy. I don't think there's really any other choice. Unless I'm missing somebody? Am I missing somebody? What's wrong with the Cardinals? It's a good question. We'll have to talk about it as we get going today. Let's go ahead and start. Bang. Let's start off with the White Sox versus Twins game. My boy Kenta let me down. Kenta, man, I was expecting big things out of you. But Kenta, you didn't do big things. Granted, you did pitch 6 innings. You just got 3 strikeouts, which I was a little disappointed because you struck out 9 in your first start. I thought big things were going to be happening. Dylan Cease gets another win in what is a very, very early Cy Young campaign for Dylan Cease. He's looking really good. The stuff was great as always. 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, 2 walks. Dylan Cease is a stud, and the bullpen held it down for the White Sox, shockingly. Reynaldo Lopez, I want to see his velo real quick here. I want to see what his velo was like, because out of the pen, he's been getting to that 100 level. Nice, yep, 100 again. That's very good. Elvis Andrus had the hardest hit ball in this game. Are you kidding me? And Hanser Alberto had the 2nd furthest hit ball? What world are we living in right now where this is something that's happening? Also, what world are we living in where the White Sox are playing both of these guys in one lineup at the same time and winning a baseball game? Okay. Sure then. Let's go ahead and see how the offense did. Yeah, Tim Anderson really effed me in fantasy. Same thing with Luis Robert. Andrew Benintendi hitting 3rd still. I don't know why. Cease to cut down on the walks. What's his walk rate this year so far? Because, yeah, in the past, that has been what's held Cease away from being one of the, top... Ooh. Goodness. Top-tier pitchers. He was always very good. Yeah, the walk rate's still around 10%. Still a little high, but if he is going to keep like a 34, 35% strikeout rate, that 10% walk rate doesn't really matter because he's striking out 35%. But wow, hold on a second. The ground ball rate's at 51%? What? Where's that number coming from? How is he getting 51% of his outs via the ground ball? Where did they used to go? Some numbers are 5 here. What? I'm so confused where he's getting 51% ground balls. I guess because the strikeouts have gone up too. What a beast. What a friggin' beast. Sorry, I just got a text. Yeah, I mean, Dylan Cease is an absolute stud. Like we said, sometimes the Twins just aren't going to hit. Buxton didn't play in this game either. Pinch hit. Matt Wallner got an appearance. Was that his debut for the season? I'm not sure. But Trevor Larnach still looking pretty good. Donovan Solano hitting third. Sometimes I don't understand the Twins lineup, but that's the Rocco Baldelli effect, right? I mean, it is what good or bad salty wings. I did just choke like the Reds. Yeah, no, I did. Reds have choked a couple wins for us, which is frustrating as Mets fans. They had the 2-0 game against the Phillies. They had last night against the Reds, even though they kind of came back, or the Braves, even though they kind of came back. Frustrating. Yankees Guardians. I saw a dude next to me at the Mets game with his buddies. One of his buddies was watching the Yankees Guardians on his phone. Tip the cap. It's a real baseball fan right there. But I'm glad that the Yankees lost. It was great to see that they lost. Didn't really score many runs against Shane Bieber. Guardians doing that Guardian thing. This wasn't really a good game by any means. Like, it was a well-pitched game. Shane Bieber, 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Ooh, 3 walks. Okay, so let's take a look at Shane Bieber's numbers from the night. Because, as we know, Shane Bieber's one of those guys that we got to keep an eye out for because his stuff has been a little bit all over the place. Domingo Germán, of course, just completely shit the bed in this start, which is frustrating because he was so good in the last one, and he went over on the strikeouts in that. So Shane Bieber, wow, 71% whiff rate on his friggin' slider. Are you kidding me? Yankees had no clue it was coming, it seemed like. All this stuff looked fine, right? I mean, four-seam was sitting 90. We'd like to see him be a little bit higher, which I feel like he used to be in the past, but I guess it's kind of where he just sits now. But the 71% whiff rate there is pretty good. These numbers are all pretty indicative of like him having a good game, so that makes sense. Bullpen held it down, Karinchak and Clase, as they should. Did Zunino have 3 doubles? Mike Zunino had 3 doubles? What? And he only had 1 RBI? Huh? And Will Brennan got on twice? And he only had 1 RBI on 3 doubles? Or what? And Josh Bell got on? How did this even happen? Is he just leading off every inning? Austin Hedges had 5 doubles last year? Shut up. I know Austin Hedges stinks, but he didn't have 5 doubles last year. But I also kind of believe it. What? Austin Hedges in 338 plate appearances last year had 4 doubles? Zunino had 3 yesterday? What? What? That is one of the most shocking stats I've ever seen. This guy had... I can't even figure out a way how to say this. Because I don't think I've seen anything like this. I think Luis Guillorme had more extra base hits than Austin Hedges last year. And he kind of punches like a little girl. He had 12. 4? Now, I mean, Austin Hedges is catching strays right now. But, I mean, how in the world is this guy still employed? I don't care how good his defense is. This makes no sense. I mean, Mets fans will remember when the hot rumor was that we're going to trade Noah Syndergaard to the Padres for Manuel Margot and Austin Hedges. Because of these great years that he was having where he was still a very under average, below average offensive catcher. Dude, Luis Guillorme has more doubles than Austin Hedges has in the last, what is this? 196 games, he has 11 doubles. God. It's like Jeff Mathis, but like he plays. Okay, enough taking a dump on Austin Hedges. Again, just catching strays here. But yeah, Yankees bullpen did do a decent-ish job. Ian Hamilton got a little into trouble, but Yankees just didn't hit. Yankees didn't hit. Anthony Volpe continues to struggle. I don't wish him struggle bus vibes by any means, but I think it does bring up a legitimate question of, was Anthony Volpe ready? And it seems like not really. I think we talked about it yesterday. All the days are starting to mesh here, but Volpe does have the 5 walks. Puts his walk rate like at 14%, which is awesome, but a K rate at 33%. And I want to say his K rate in AAA was pretty high in AA last year too. Let's see. So K rate in AAA was around 30%. And the K rate in AA, 88 divided by 497, was way better. Okay, so it was just AAA. So it was 30 divided by 99, where he was 30%. AA, he did fine. That makes sense. But yeah, AAA, he struggled a little bit. But there's a guy that we'll talk about a little bit later that had also been struggling, had some high K rate numbers at AAA, and is maybe starting to figure it out. I think you guys could take a guess on who that might be based on how I described him there. Sorry, I was just checking my fantasy. I just got an update. All right, let's talk about the Orioles versus A's, making me some money last night. I had a little parlay of the boys, -1.5 Orioles, -1.5 Astros. Cha-ching, your boy's on a goddamn heater, let me tell you. Stop me. I know I'm doing the thing that you're not supposed to do as a gambler, but stop me. You won't. Luis Guillorme doesn't need doubles when he can bunt. That's true. We'll talk about it. Matt Olson is 6 doubles away from having the same amount of doubles in a Braves uniform as Austin Hedges has in his career. He's catching strays, man. This is the Austin Hedges hour. Yeah, Orioles are just a better team than the A's. The A's are so bad. The A's are horrendous. They're terrible. There's no way around it. I mean, look at this lineup, guys. Look at this lineup. Tony Kemp is getting the most at-bats. Ryan Noda, Jesus Aguilar, Aledmus Diaz is hitting 3rd. Ramon Laureano 4th. Like, this guy, at least hit Ramon Laureano higher. Connor Capel, Shea Langoliers. Play the hot hand if you're Mark Kotze. Like, at some point, you got to be like, okay, I'm going to play the guys who have the most hits at the top of the order. And maybe that's going to work for us, because whatever's going on here is not working, that's for sure. JP Sears didn't look good, didn't look bad. Jerry Familia gave up a run, first of the season, I believe. Their bullpen's actually not been horrible. Let's check out this Zach Johnson guy, right? Zach? I want to see Zach Johnson. Let's see what his stuff looks like. Just because it's fun to sometimes find who these like random little relievers are and see if there's anything there. But let's go ahead and see if Zach Johnson's got anything, because he did strike out the side. Zach Johnson, nope. Okay. No, he just struck him out. Called strikes. Cool. Good to know. All right. Also, we got to talk about the Orioles' new home run celebration, which is just peak. Hold on. Let me record this. Now we got to talk about the Orioles' new home run celebration, which is just, it's amazing. It's awesome for those of you who are of legal age or whatever you guys do. I don't know. You're 21, I'm sure, if you've partaken in this. The beer bong. The beer bong. If you guys don't know about it, it's the funnel. You pour it into the funnel, drips on down, you start chugging. It's a way for people to chug. Well, the Orioles, we know everyone's been doing some new home run celebrations. The Orioles had a version of the beer bong that I think, I got to give a proper shout out to the right guy. Let me go ahead and find the tweet. I was calling it the home run beer bong, but it should 100% be called the dong bong, like ding dong, dongs, dong bong. Let's go ahead and show you guys a video here. It's unbelievable. You hit a home run, you come in. Of course there's not beer in here. Let's make that very clear. Of course there's not beer in this, but there's definitely some water, and you're ripping the home run dong bong. This is absolutely incredible. This is peak content. Things you love to see. This is so sick. One more time in full screen for everybody. I believe that's what, Austin Hayes, right? Is that Austin Hayes, number 6? I feel like that's Austin Hayes. I'm going to say it's Austin Hayes. Ripping the dong bong. It's awesome. Let's see. Is that Austin Hayes? Let's check to see what a home run. No. Oh. Ooh, what number is Austin Hayes? Or is that Ryan Mountcastle? Who's number 6? That's Mountcastle. Wait. Dude, the chat is confused. I got 2 people saying it's Mountcastle. I think it is at number 6. Oh, it's Ryan Mountcastle. Gotta say, the Orioles do just have a bunch of white dudes that look the same. Let's be honest. That's what they got. That's what they got. But yeah, Dong Bomb. Dong Bomb. Dong Bong. Maybe besides the name being so difficult to say. It's absolute fire. It's fire. It's amazing. Jordan Walker wouldn't be able to do that. Well, they're not having beer in the dugout, guys. There's no beer. There's no beer whatsoever in the actual thing. They're using water, clearly, not in the in the dugout. I wonder if Jackson Holliday has ever used a beer bong. Easy, Jeffrey. Apparently, it's not even called the Dong Bong. No one's called it that, but I like that name, so I want it to start being called the Dong Bong, courtesy of Jabroni Hawk Sea Fisherman. Astros Pirates, like I said, part 2 of my parlay that cashed for your boy. Astros just smacked them around. Pirates moved to 6-4. Astros to 5-6. On the mound for the Pirates was Roansy Contreras, and he got shelled. He got destroyed. He did not look good. 9 hits, 4 walks, only 3 strikeouts. That's a little concerning for Roansy. Also going up against the Astros, who are really, really good. It's called the Homer Hose. Okay, the Homer Hose is an appropriate family-friendly name to call it. I like that. G-Man Choi got his first home run of the year. Dude, what's going on with Ke'Bryan Hayes? What's going on with Ke'Bryan Hayes? Like, I'm such a fan of Ke'Bryan, and I feel like there's such a good player trapped inside of his body somewhere. I'll show you why I think this. I want to see what he looks like this year. Is he hitting the ball hard? Come on, baseball savant. I mean, he still is sort of hitting the ball. He's kind of doing the thing that he does in prior years. But, he hits the ball really, really hard. Look at his hard hit rate, 84th percentile. Like, that is in, the elite class. He plays a great third base. He doesn't swing and miss. He doesn't chase. But he can't barrel, and that's because he just pounds the ball into the ground. Loves hitting ground balls. Look at this average launch angle. 2.6 in 2021, 5.2. At least this year it's a little bit higher, but it's such a small sample, it doesn't really matter. Need him to start barreling up the ball. Need him to. Yeah, he needs to pull the ball too. At some point, you got to change what's going on, Ke'Bryan. You hit the ball hard. Now just sell out for the home run, please, because you could be so sick with that glove. So sick. But he's off to a god-awful start. For the Astros, Jeremy Pena's starting to heat up a little bit as they moved him down in the order. Chas McCormick leading off. Yordan Alvarez is just... Yordan Alvarez, come on. The guy just continues to mash. Kyle Tucker, everybody in the lineup except for Jose Abreu. Go figure, got a hit in this one. And on the mound, Framber Valdez, doing Framber Valdez things, going 7 innings, not giving up any hits. He does walk some guys every once in a while, 5 strikeouts. And the bullpen shut the door for the Astros in this one over the Pirates. Easy win in Pittsburgh. A little bit of an old NL Central matchup. I don't know when the last time the Astros have actually been to Pittsburgh has been. Maybe you guys in the chat know who, if you watched this game and they said it on the broadcast. If you guys are new to the stream here, or if you're just hanging around with us, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you do subscribe to the stream. It really does help me out so that you know every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are ripping some baseball here on the stream. This is baseball, talking about what happened the previous days. And make sure you guys do drop a like on the stream. Really does help support it. Like that thumbs up button, just give it a click for me. It helps send it to new people. Help support what we're doing over here on This Is Baseball, as we're trying to build a new brand under the GiraffeNeckMarc umbrella. So I really do appreciate you guys. Let's get back to talking about baseball. Just Fiends, streams are electric. Thank you. Appreciate it. Trying to do the best. Reminder that the Dodgers traded Yordan for Josh Fields. They did. The Dodgers did trade Yordan Alvarez for Josh Fields. Probably one of the worst trades they've ever done. It's kind of crazy. Imagine if the Dodgers had Yordan Alvarez. Let's talk about those Rays, those pesky little Rays, moving on to 10-0 on the year, saying, hey, we don't need to score 100 runs. We don't need to score 200 runs. We don't need 10-0 games. We can win a baseball game the old-fashioned way, 1-0 with our opener on the mound. Hopefully it lasts longer than Rally Caps did. It will. It will. This is more controllable, and like I just didn't have the time to watch college baseball because my main job is baseball. All right, so we got the Rays 10-0, Red Sox 5-5. There's not really much to talk about in this game. It's really the pitching, and you got the home run from Brandon Lau in the 8th off of Chris Martin. Jalen Beeks opened up the game, did well. Josh Fleming, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts after him after a horrible first start to the year. Garrett Clevenger, I think it's pronounced Clevenger, not Clevenger. Garrett Clevenger did well. Colin Poche, Pete Fairbanks. I mean, just look at this, by the way. Rays still got multiple guys out of the bullpen who haven't given up a single run, and those guys pitched. They're not like nobodies. The Red Sox pitched well, too. Nick Pivetta, 6 strikeouts. Winkowski, and Chris Martin just gave up a home run. You didn't score any runs. You didn't deserve to win the game. There's really not much to talk about here. When the Rays get to 12-0, if they sweep the Red Sox, we might do another video on them because they are starting up against the worst team again in the American League East, but still, winning games is super important. Imagine if Lowe could hit Brandon Lau. Why am I calling him Lowe? Nathaniel Lowe. What is wrong with me? Austin Hedges. That was the curse of Austin Hedges right there. When is Tampa going to play a top-tier team, though? Honestly, let's take a look at the Rays schedule. Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, look at that. We've already searched it up because, of course, we have because I think we talk about this all the time. They've got the Blue Jays this weekend, which is a good series, but then they get to play the Reds. What is happening? What is this schedule? Okay, and then, dude, the baseball schedules are so weird. They're so weird. Like, Jays, then Reds, White Sox, Astros, White Sox. Why are you playing all your games against the White Sox in the month of April? You're done. I want to see if they do anything else weird. Then the Pirates. God. They really do get to rip off the Band-Aid and play some bad teams early. Ooh, I get to see the Rays. Oh, I get to see Wander at Citi Field. Yes. I'm pumped about that. Might get a Wander Franco jersey today. I'm going to the MLB store later. Might get a Wander Franco jersey. All right, let's talk about the Phillies dismantling, destruction, crushing of the Miami Marlins. 15-3. 15-3. Now, if you did remember yesterday, I did tell you Sandy Alcantara lower 6.5 strikeouts. Now, I'm not going to pretend like all my picks have been right, but I was all over the Sandy Alcantara one. Only 4 strikeouts, 10 hits, 9 earned runs. I want to watch a little bit of this because I want to see what was going on with one Sandy Alcantara because it just doesn't really compute that he was getting hit so hard. It's just really good, you know? Film room? I think I can go to film room and watch some of this stuff. Like, what was he leaving his pitches out over the middle of the plate? Somebody said maybe he was tipping pitches. I mean, the locations are not great up here, but he is still kind of around the corners. What pitch got hit particularly hard for young Sandy? No whiffs. Whoa. Sandy only got 5 whiffs? Whoa. That's crazy low. And he only got 25% CSW. Wow, he didn't get a whiff on any... Wow, basically he got only whiffs on his changeup. What happened? Was he tipping pitches? I mean, geez. I don't need I would like to see Sandy pitch. Thank you. Can I search up here? Guess we'll just scroll on down. I mean, Phillies can also hit too. Phillies can also hit for sure, but like they do have guys that strike out and swing and miss. Like there's no doubt about that. The lefties combined for 12 RBIs alone. Didn't Alec Boehm have 6? Is that even true? I thought Alec Boehm had 100 RBIs in this game. He had 6. The lefties did not combine for 12. That's not accurate at all. The righties combined for 12 maybe because it was Castellanos, Boehm with 9, Pache 10, Trey Turner 11. Where'd you come up with that number? Where'd you come up with that number? These are not lefties. It's all good, Evan. It's all good, man. We're just busting balls around here. Sometimes when you throw heavy sinkers, people don't swing at them. No, I mean, it is true, Nick. Devin, yes, the Rays are 10-0. I want to see some clips of Sandy. God, they really have... Film room have every pitch of every of the game. It's the thing that we're doing now, film room. I swear they were not this. Let's see. Trey Turner's hit here. I mean, that was not even a bad pitch. That's like unlucky. It's not really a bad pitch. He just got bad on it. All right, whatever. This film room's not really going to be my best friend in this one. Can I watch it from here? One more second. Nope. All right, whatever. I guess that's what we're going to roll with. But yeah, Sandy just got shelled. Alec Boehm, low key, doing some things. And I hate to say it because he's a Philly, and I like to say Alec Boehm is trash. I want to see if he's lifting the ball more, because that would be huge for him. What's his barrel rate like? Okay, he's starting to barrel up some baseballs, starting to pull some baseballs too, which is a little scary because with Alec Boehm, I've always felt like if you jam him inside, that was his big weakness. He's not someone who really, he looked to take everything to right field, it feels like. I believe the Phillies hitting coach is Kevin Long, right? Phillies hitting coach. So I'm going to get like really, really deep into some baseball talk here for a second with you guys. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to pull up a video that Kevin Long hitting drill. So there's a really cool drill that Kevin Long created. I don't know if he created it, but he is really, really, really good at getting you to pull the baseball. And like figuring, he is a good hitting coach. Like he has some flaws, every hitting coach does for sure. But he does a couple things really, really well. And like part of it is tee work and about like getting around the baseball. And I want to say Curtis Granderson talks about it in this video. I'm just making sure before I show you. Let me see. Hold on. Sorry about I don't mean to be like quiet. I probably should have been more prepared, but I honestly didn't think about talking about this until started talking about it. Yeah. One more second. If you pull the ball in that ballpark, good things happen. Oh, 100%. I mean, he should be. Boehm getting a better PCI. That's what it was. No, this isn't the video. Hold on. Is this the one? This is with A-Rod? I want to find the drill. I can't find it. Kevin Long hitting drill. Is there just not a video on this maybe on YouTube? It's also possible. One more video I'm going to check here. The problem is also like the people who ever get videos of this like for sure have no clue how to title this stuff. So you're just going to end up getting... this is frustrating. Basically, there's this one hitting drill. He's really good at making you get the ball around, like get the bat around the ball. You put... I think Aaron Judge maybe did it. Hold on. Found it. Yes. Okay, so maybe this isn't Kevin Long, but I remember someone telling me it was Kevin Long. I think it might be something that he does. But Robinson Cano's doing this. So you put like a screen. Like this looks crazy close to you, right? Like crazy close. Like you're like, there's no way that you would be able to hit with that screen in the middle of the plate like that. Like look, it's all about keeping your hands in so that you can get like inside on the ball, get out in front of it. And it really does like kind of make you hit the ball a lot harder. This is a drill that I did when I was like younger because I didn't really understand how to pull the ball for a while. It was like very much like everything's up the middle and it just, you'll see here. So it sounds crazy, but like this keeps you like tight, keeps your hands inside the baseball so you're not flaring out, so you're not jamming yourself. And while it's not like the most necessarily like impressive thing maybe on video, like it does make you keep inside of it. So I believe this is something that was being done with Alec Boehm because he was someone who I felt like threw his hands at the ball quite a bit. This force, I mean, like that is really, really close. but it kind of makes you keep your hands inside the baseball, which I think is really big. And yeah, I don't want to say like it makes you pull the ball, but it does a little bit. I do. Let's see some Bohm swings, because let's see how he's been looking this year. Search. Little sneak peek for you guys here. How to use Baseball Savant to get any video you ever want. Alec Bohm, seasons 2023, plate result. Let's go with hits. All right. Then you can do search. You wish you had that drill as a kid. It's pretty sick. Like once I got taught it, I was like, holy fuck! Like, how am I not going to hit the screen? And my hitting coach at the time was like, "You're gonna be good, dude. You're gonna be good. Don't worry about it. Like, just try not to hit it." And it was really that simple. All right, let's see the balls that he's hitting hard. 91 off of Sandy yesterday. Okay, let's see this one. Sharp line drive to left fielder Brian De La Cruz. I mean, yeah, that's a changeup that stayed middle in, and Alec Bohm pulled it. For sure. That's a good piece right there. I mean, there's no way around it, as much as I'd love to slander Alec Bohm. To left center field. Can you imagine what he could do out there? A place where Alec Bohm doesn't really hit the ball too often, I feel like. Can you imagine what he could do out there? Any reason why this is being so laggy?
There's a towering fly ball to deep left center field. That one is long gone.
Okay. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I mean it's a hanger, but he did crush that ball. Holy crap. That ball was smoked. Single on a ground ball to second baseman. No. Let's see. Yeah, let's see the inside pitch here. Fly ball to left field, another home run from Alec Bohm. Yep. Okay, he's pulling the ball. Let's see. I want some like middle pitches. Line drive to right field. Okay, interesting. So there was a pitch kind of in the heart of the plate that he did choose to go to right field with. From a lefty, that makes a little more sense. That's still a good piece of hitting. That's just good hitting. But I felt like last year with Alec Bohm, his hands were a lot of the times just like he was throwing them out to right field, and I felt like you could jam him in. Seems like he's not really having that problem right now. I'm going to do one more thing here. I know I'm getting like really, really specific all of a sudden. 1, 4, 7, 13, 11. Getting really, really specific. Crazy specific, but I want to see what his swing's looking like on some of these pitches. Let's go exit velo. Oh, can I not sort by exit velo? That is, or is Baseball Savant just broken? It's broken. Okay. Sometimes it does this. There we go. Thank you. That was the homer. Grounds out to first. I want to see this one. He has the Arenado effect where he just pulls everything, and because he hits it hard, it goes out. Who? Alec Bohm? Dude, I don't know what's going on with Savant. It's broken right now. We're going to move on. I talked a lot about Alec Bohm, but yeah, the Phillies just absolutely mashed. Good game by them. They needed that offensively. 20 hits off of the National League Cy Young Award winner is huge for that offense, for that team. They desperately needed it. Moving on to 4-6 on the year, and the Marlins stink because we know they do. It's like that ESPN show where like Kobe and Manning discuss the basics. I think it was called Details. Interesting. Okay. Let's talk about that Mets-Padres game. How about it? Let's talk about those Mets. I'm so excited that I get to talk about the Mets being excited. Let's go ahead and talk about this one. James made an unbelievable edit for the podcast, which is just nuts about Boogie Cousins. He got signed by a team in basketball in like Puerto Rico, Dominican, called the Mets. So he photoshopped him in a Mets thing. All right, Mets versus the Padres. Let's get going on to this. This is wild card game 4. It's now a 2-2 series. Game 5 is tonight. We'll see who moves on in the 5-game series because we all know that's how it really ends up working out. Darvish actually looked human for once. I was shocked they sent him out for the 7th inning. I was at the game. He just wasn't as sharp as Yu Darvish normally is. Couldn't believe they sent him out for the 7th. Ended up being, costing him a few more runs. Max Scherzer, from my point of view, looked good enough. Still got some swings and misses. Come on, Baseball Savant. I want to see the whiff rate on Max Scherzer here. I have something on my lip, and it's just driving me nuts. Jeff McNeil with a huge double, which he needed so badly. Jeff lifting the ball, that's going to be huge for him to get those extra hits because still pulling the ball on the ground is going to be outs at the end of the day, but lifting it's going to be where he can make his money. Mark Canha got a double down the line. Francisco Lindor got a double down the line. Nobody hit a gap in this game. It was always down the line, which is good. What's going on with Lindor, bro? I mean, sometimes he just gets into a little bit of a slump. I'm not worried at all with Lindor, honestly. Like, not worried in the slightest. He had 92 pitches to start the 7th. Yeah, Nick, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seemed like there was no real reason for him to come out for the 7th inning. But I also think they really wanted to stretch him out because he did not get a lot of work this spring because he was at the World Baseball Classic and didn't pitch much for Japan. So I think that has something to do with it too. But yeah, Mets, John Curtis, what a revelation he's been. He's been awesome. Love John Curtis. Drew Smith looked awesome. David Robertson looked awesome. Ottavino struck out the side. It was just a really well-played game by the Mets, and the Padres just didn't hit. Only 2 hits on the night. Xander Bogaerts and Ha-Seong Kim, because Ha-Seong Kim's a good baseball player. Not much else to talk about here. I do want to maybe one day be able to see what was going on with Max Scherzer stuff, but it seems like Baseball Savant does not want to work today. Baseball Savant's like, oh, you want to talk about baseball? Sorry, too bad. You're not allowed. It's not allowed. No talking about baseball on your stream. Max Scherzer, good win. Needed it for Max. I feel like a lot of Mets fans needed to see Max have a good start as well. I like McNeil in the 3-hole. I don't mind it. I think it's not a bad spot. I think getting him protection is smart because Jeff doesn't see a lot of pitches. He's very aggressive. And when you hit him in front of a guy like Pete Alonso, they're going to be more aggressive because you obviously want to pitch to Jeff McNeil over Pete Alonso. You'd make that mistake 100 times out of 100. So I feel like, yeah, you want Pete to have protection too, but I feel like McNeil as Pete's protection is a lot less scary and they can make Pete chase a little bit more than when McNeil is in front of Pete. Like, I feel like there's almost like a plus to having McNeil higher, which maybe doesn't make sense. Maybe. I don't know. You guys can figure it out, but I hope you understand what I'm saying, at least there. Okay, let's talk about the Braves versus the Reds. Walk-off fashion for Mr. Sean Murphy. Welcome to Atlanta. Sean, a 3-for-5 game with the walk-off home run in the 10th inning off Derek Law. The Reds did come back in this one late, though. They scored 8th, 9th, 10th because the Braves bullpen, who someone told me was the best in baseball. Nah, it's one game. The Braves bullpen's solid. Jesse Chavez ended up doing well, but Nick Anderson got hit. AJ Minter got hit. Dylan Lee closed the door for them. Not a problem in the 10th inning or 9th inning. He ended up getting the win in the 10th, of course, because they walked it off. Reds doing a great job. I mean, Graham Ashcraft pitched really, really well again. 7 strikeouts, 6 hits, 3 walks against the Braves. Raver Sanmartin got a couple strikeouts, but he gave up some runs. Alexis Diaz getting a couple strikeouts, and then, like we said, Derek Law blew the game. Spencer Steer looks like he might be a bit of a ball player. I like the way that this dude swings the bat a lot. 258 is not like crazy by any means, but I feel like he's just an extra base hit machine. Tyler Stevenson, 0-for-5. Will Myers, 2-for-4. That's good for them. Jonathan India staying hot, 324 on the year, 3-for-5 in this one. Shockingly only scored 1 run, getting on base 3 times. With Jake Fraley getting a couple hits. I guess it just didn't sync up. Again, I was at the Mets game, so I did not get a chance to watch any of this one. I did see the Sean Murphy walk-off home run, though. It was crushed. It was crushed. Minter pitched the day before for no reason. Yeah, managers like to do that sometimes, without a doubt. We've seen Buck Showalter do it as well. Cubs versus the Mariners. So we talked about it a little bit earlier. I was like, there's a little somebody who had been struggling a little bit, who hadn't been playing that well. Struggled at the major league level, crushed AAA, crushed AA, and now he's starting to swing the bat a little bit better. That guy would be the one and only Jared Kelenic, a pinch hit home run in the 9th inning off Michael Fulmer to tie the game up and send it to extras. It didn't end up mattering because They lost. But Jarred Kelenic starting to swing the bat a little bit better. 300 on the year right now. How many at-bats does he have? 20, 30. 9 for 30? How's that come out to 300? Am I crazy? 9 for 30 is not 300, right? Where does this get to 300? What am I missing? Am I stupid? And this says 9 for 30, right? 9 hits. No, 9 for 30 is 300. 10. Dude, you know what I was doing? Yeah, I was. 300 is not 1/3. 300 is not 1/3. Holy crap, that was an Austin Hedges moment right there. Whew. Yeesh. Stupid. Really, really dumb. God. 10 for 30 is not 300. 9 for 30 is 300 because math. That was, we don't got to tell anybody about that. That's clearly 3 for 10. We don't got to tell anybody about that. Shh, that's our little secret. That's our little secret. That's what you get when you're on the stream. You get those little moments right there where Mark doesn't know math. Goodness, that was bad. All right. He's hitting 300. On the mound for the Mariners, Luis Castillo was great again. 5 strikeouts, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned. Luis Castillo is the man. The Mariners bullpen did a really good job, too. They just lost this game. Was there an error in the 10th or something like that? Oh, Tom Murphy made a fielding error. Tom Murphy is having about as bad of a start to the season as possible. Do they like to play him against lefties? Who was on the mound for the Cubs? Was it Justin Steele? No, it was Drew Smyly, who had 7 strikeouts. My goodness. Why does Cal Raleigh really not hit left-handed pitching at all? Isn't he a switch hitter? Cal Raleigh, I feel like Tom Murphy plays so much, and Tom Murphy seems to be pretty bad. Yeah, you can tell James. James can have this one. That's fine. I look tired. I am tired. I'm so tired. At the beginning of the stream, I was like, I want to sleep in. I want to sleep until 12, but I got to do the stream for you guys. No, he hits lefties fine. Not as much power, that's for sure. Like all the power's against the righties, but he's just as good in theory offensively against righties as lefties. Tom Murphy gets a lot of playing time on this team. But yeah, Jarred Kelenic's the big story of this one. He's looking well. He's looking good. And for the Cubs, Cody Bellinger got a double. Eric Hosmer, 2 for 3. Nico Horner, 3 for 5 still. I mean, they're hitting the Cubs. They're hitting. Getting pitching as well. 5 and 4, third place. Mariners 4 and 7. Not looking great. Do you think Buck will play El Troll back-to-back days versus 2 lefties? No shot. Appreciate the dedication, Mark. You're so much nicer to listen to than my coworkers. Hey, listen, I appreciate that, Jeffrey. I like to think I'm nice to listen to as well. Cubs, Rangers versus Royals. There was a big thing to talk about here in this one, and that was Mr. Andrew Heaney. Andrew Heaney making history last night, tying history last night, looking like a beast. Heaney started off this game really, really hot. As you can see, he finished with 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. But the big thing to talk about with Andrew Heaney is the fact that he struck out 9 straight batters during this game, which is also crazy because I had a pick on underdog where I had Andrew Heaney under his strikeouts, lower than his strikeouts. Couldn't have been more wrong. He struck out 9 in a row. That ties an American League record, tied with Nolan Ryan. He was wheeling, he was dealing, he was slicing and dicing. Andrew Heaney was absolutely money, and that's huge for the Rangers because a guy like Andrew Heaney was someone that they brought in who had a really, really high upside. We take a look at his numbers from last year, and I don't want to say that this makes a ton of sense, but Andrew Heaney did some really, really good stuff in 72 innings with the Dodgers last year. You look at his K rate, 35% last year, 35% with a 6% walk rate is massive. You see that potential there with Andrew Heaney that maybe you thought existed here, but then it's the Angels and you forget that they're incapable of developing any sort of pitching whatsoever. Goes to the Dodgers, who have a pitching lab, and they get him right up to 35% K rate and lower his walk rate too. That's something that doesn't really happen. Now with the Rangers, struggled in his first start, did not look good, but in the second one, as we know, the 10 strikeouts in 5 innings, 9 in a row, getting that K rate up to 32% now through 7 2/3 innings. So basically like one really good start. Still walking some guys here and there. 4 walks in those 7 2/3. I'm really interested to see what his stuff look like. Hoping that maybe Baseball Savant will work today for us. If we can search. Yes! Baseball Savant, you did it. You're working. Let's go ahead and see what his whiff rate numbers were. I'm sure they're going to be just absolutely insane because, well, he did strike out 9 batters in a row and had 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. Brock Burke. Look at Brock Burke, by the way. Look at all this, by the way. Texas Rangers hard hit balls. All right. Player breakdowns. Why am I not speaking well? Let's look at Andrew Heaney. So Andrew Heaney had 38% K rate on the 4-seam, 33% K rate or whiff rate. God, on the slider, 57% whiff rate on the changeup. That was getting some swing and misses. 40% whiff rate on the day. 19 whiffs on 48 swings, CSW at 29%. This is a very, very successful day for Andrew Heaney. And if you are the Rangers, you got to be absolutely pumped that he pitched this well. This is a guy you brought in to be a part of that rotation with DeGrom, Eovaldi, John Gray. There's one more name, Martin Perez. Nope, there's another name I'm forgetting. Who's the other name? Who's the other name that I'm forgetting in this Rangers rotation? Don't know. Don't remember. Can't remember. But the Heen dog looked like a stud. Huge for the Rangers. Huge. And it might stick like we saw it last year. This is possible for Andrew Heaney to just straight up be a good pitcher. Probably not for long into games, but for 5 innings, 100%. 100%. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back now? Maybe? Back? This isn't good. I don't like that the stream's dead. We're back? Okay, we're back. Woo! Okay. That's the first or second technical difficulty we had. First time the stream dropped, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it disappeared. Where did I leave you guys? I literally have no clue. Where did I leave you? Where did I leave you? What was the last thing you heard me talk about? Yeah, John Pork called me. That's what it was. How deep into talking about Heaney? Just about how good I thought he could be? I mean, I think if just very delayed. All right, but we're good. It was towards the end. All right, we're just going to move on to the Cardinals-Rockies. Let's talk about Cardinals-Rockies here. Cardinals struggle busting a little bit. Will say, to their credit, the first game in Colorado is always really, really difficult because you're going from the low altitude to the high altitude. You're just absolutely gassed. You're tired. The air's thinner up there. This is why it's a huge home field advantage for the Rockies to play in Denver, in Colorado, like they do, and why they normally have such a good record at home. They just get a massive home field advantage. So, first game of the series with probably one of your worst pitchers on the mound is Steven Matz, who's just so awful, so terrible. Nice guy. I wish the best for him, but also makes me feel really good that he didn't go somewhere else and become a good pitcher because he still stinks. Got absolutely shelled in this one by the Rockies offense, which is by no means good. But my boy, Ezequiel Tovar. Tovar, baby, starting to heat up. A couple doubles in this one. He's got as many doubles as Austin Hedges had all of last year in 40 plate appearances. So keep that in mind. Elhirus Montero, kind of like Elhirus Montero. Kind of swings the bat pretty well. Super impressed by Elhirus. Is this Alan Trejo or Alex? Alan Trejo, man. Swinging the bat a little bit. Hitting 357, the old Coors Special. Rockies just swinging it good. 5-6 on the year. Got good pitching out of German Marquez, but Marquez left the game with arm tightness, right? I believe he left the game a little bit early with some arm tightness, which is a little bit scary if you are a Rockies fan. As long as I'm not making that up. I feel like I saw that. I should have done more notes. I was tired last night. Don't hate me. Cardinals just can't pitch. Their hitting's fine. It's also the first game in Coors, so that's going to happen. All right. We got the Nationals versus the Angels here in what was probably one of the most frustrating games to watch if you were an Angels fan. I got to watch this one on the West Coast. I was home. I tweeted out, and Angels fans took exception to it. And I'm sorry, Angels fans. This isn't an attack on you. Anytime I tweet about your team, it's not an attack on you. It is an attack on the team that you watch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my God. Holy shit. I just got crazy news that I cannot share. Sorry, that's like the worst thing to tell anyone is like, wow. I just got to answer this text real quick. Dang. Back to the Nationals Angels. The Angels, I'm not pregnant. No. There's no. Your boy's not doing any of that. Angels find a new way to lose every single night. They find a new way to lose. Brandon Drury playing, I found out John Pork died. Brandon Drury playing first base looked horrible last night. He made some mental mistakes, made some plays that weren't necessarily the best. Like I don't think there was an error per se, right? He didn't really make an error, but there were just some plays that didn't really help. And when you're the Angels and you have bad pitching and bad bullpen, you need everything to go right. Jose Suarez also stinks. Like I don't know why he's starting every day or every 5 days for them. I don't get it. There's nothing redeeming about Jose Suarez. Again, sorry to make it personal, Jose, but there's got to be a better starting pitcher somewhere in that organization. The bullpen is just bad. Tucker Davidson didn't do much either. They're bad. They're bad. It's not. I don't know. I was drinking the Angels Kool-Aid because I love Ward, Trout, Ohtani, Renfroe, and Rendon, and Logan O'Hoppe looks good, but the pitching is just going to be the death of this team again. You're losing to the Nationals. Like, God, this Nationals team is bad too, but when you put out Jose Suarez as a AAA pitcher, AAA lineup can score some runs. 14 hits. Give 14 hits to the Nationals. What? Victor Robles is also hitting 400. Lane Thomas back to the top of the order as he should be. Joey Meneses getting some hits. Dom Smith still does not have a home run in like 2 years. If games were only 6 innings, the Angels might be the best team in baseball. Honestly, if games were only 3 innings, if the Angels played BR, like an MLB The Show, they'd be the best. I know they had a bunch of bloop hits, but like, dude, you can't lose to the Nationals. You can't lose to the Nationals. You can't. You gotta play better. Angels, they find a new way to lose every single night. Patrick Corbin got to win, guys. Patrick Corbin got to win. Win! Guy stinks. He's awful. Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks. Might be pretty good. I mean, this was a really, really cool game to watch because you get to see like 2 good baseball teams playing against each other. Wade Miley pitched well again. Like the Brewers just lost this one because they gave up 3 runs. But the Diamondbacks pitching, Zach Gallen, 11 Ks, 3 hits, 1 walk. That's the Zach Gallen we have been waiting to see. His first 2 starts of the year, not great. I think we can all admit they were not good starts the first 2. But whatever he did in this one, which we are going to take a look at, it was friggin' working. Let me tell you, 11 Ks on that Brewers lineup, who has looked really good so far this year, is huge. Huge. Okay, let's take a look at Zachary Gallen, the knuckle curve. 53% whiff rate on the knuckle curve. Are you kidding me? What? And 7 called strikes. Oh, his curveball was filthy. 50% whiff rate on the changeup, too. The cutter, man, 58 CSW on the cutter. And the four-seam didn't get a whiff, but it was unbelievable with the called strikes. My God. If only he pitched like this consistently. I mean, it's fun to say, right? Like, if only Zach Gallen pitched like the best pitcher in baseball all the time, he'd win the Cy Young. But yeah, I mean, it is true. He does have the potential to be one of the better pitchers. Getting up to 95, the fastball velo was good enough with that curveball. When the Diamondbacks are cooking like this on the mound, they can do some special things. And offensively, Christian Walker got that home run, give him a couple RBIs there. Nick Ahmed. What is the offense that they're getting out of the shortstop position between Nick Ahmed and Geraldo Perdomo? They're both hitting like 400 on the year. Josh Rojas is hitting 400. Corbin Carroll did not start this game, really. Interesting. Lourdes Gurriel, Ketel Marte heating up. The Diamondbacks might be cooking something in that kitchen that makes you go, playoffs? Playoffs? Wild card for the Diamondbacks? I don't think they're winning the division, but maybe a little bit of a wild card team here for the Diamondbacks, which would be really cool. I like the Diamondbacks. I like a lot of their players. I think they're a lot of fun. Last game of the night, Dodgers versus Giants. Max Muncy doing that thing where he owns the Giants. Has looked horrible this year. Has not looked great, as you can see by the average. But he went 3 for 3 with 7 RBIs. And of course, he hit 2 home runs off the Giants. He just absolutely owns them. I don't know what it is about Max Muncy in the Bay Area, but the dude turns it up. Go get it out of the water. Is that what he told Madison Bumgarner? Go get it out the water if you don't like it. He just owns them. Freddie Freeman continues to be pretty good. 419 average on the year. Mookie Betts heating up a little bit, getting that average up to 300. 3 for 5 on the day with a home run because I didn't bet him. James Outman, still love him. He's a ball player. And Julio Urias did Julio Urias things on the mound, shoved 8 strikeouts over 6 innings. Oh, God, it was really Andrew Heaney that screwed me on my bet yesterday. Otherwise, I was looking pretty good. Alex Vesia came in, did well. And then we got Luke Jackson, right? This is Luke? Is this Luke? Oh, no, it's Andre Jackson. Luke Jackson's on the Giants. Andre Jackson. Good for Andre Jackson, striking out the side. Or striking out 3 in an inning in a third. The Giants are just not very good. I mean, it's simple. I think they're going to really start to fall off as the season goes on. Like, they're going to get some wins in there. They have capable players. But I don't think this lineup's really built to be anything but, like, bottom of the division. Am I worried about Logan Webb? Not really. We could take a look at his stuff. I think Logan Webb's just maybe not as good as we thought he was. And I wasn't even necessarily one of the people that had him ranked very highly. I thought he was a top 30 pitcher. But I think I had him in the 20s range, which is where I think he belongs. Like, he's not one of the 10 best pitchers in the league like some people had. He just doesn't really have the swing and miss stuff. Like, he's a sinker pitcher. Not going to get a lot of swing and misses there. Slider is fine. It's fine. It's solid. Changeup did look really good yesterday, which is kind of interesting. That feels like a little wrinkle in his game. I don't know. I've never been a huge Logan Webb guy. I think he's a frustrating pitcher to go up against because I think he's good, but I don't think he's elite. You know. Did I know Jeter had no range? I did. I did know Jeter had no range, Brandon. Yeah, Giants just really don't really hit that much either. There's not a lot of pop in this team. Joey Bart. Hey, Joey Bart and Elliot Ramos I saw was coming up and playing. Bryce Johnson playing in center field. Interesting. The Giants just aren't very good. Gabe Kapler's going to get fired. I feel like there's no other way to say it. God, I'm so tired or sorry that I yawned just in your guys' ear. That must have been frustrating to hear. But those were the games yesterday. I'm going to open it up to the chat to go ahead and ask me some questions. Let's talk about some things you guys are interested in before we wrap up the stream today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be more prepared tomorrow. I'm not going to the Mets game tonight, so I have a lot of time to really focus on some stuff. Maybe get some graphics for you guys. I said that last week. Gonna do it this week. It's just my schedule has been so crazy, so crazy, and I for some reason have been able to fall asleep until 3 a.m. and then I wake up extremely tired. So I apologize, but we're gonna be back tomorrow with a lot of juice. How do you think the Red Sox are gonna do? Last place. I had the Red Sox in last place in my predictions. Worst jersey in Major League Baseball? Oh, that's a good question. Worst jersey in Major League Baseball. Who would it be? Ian Anderson's getting Tommy John. Dang. Okay. I really don't like. It's a really good question. Worst jersey in baseball? You kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't really ready for this. I really don't like Ooh, I really don't like the Marlins away. I don't like the Marlins jerseys. I think they look pretty horrible. They could be so cool, and they made them so lame. Baseball doesn't really have as many bad jerseys, I feel like. The Rockies home one's okay. I hate the Twins. I hate the Twins hat. I like the Red Sox City Connects. I think they're cool. Rockies surprise everyone, make the wild card. I'd be shocked. How do the Pirates bounce back? You just gotta play good baseball, man. They kind of live and die by Brian Reynolds right now. Jesus, I'm so off. The new Twins jerseys aren't that good. There are some good ones. There aren't some bad ones. Hot take: the Yankees jerseys are beyond boring. Yeah, it is a hot take. I hate the Yankees, but you got to respect the jersey. It's a classic. Which Rays jersey do you like? The light blue one with the Ray logo or those dark blue ones? I like kind of all the Rays jerseys, but I think the dark blue one I don't like as much as the light blue. I also love the throwback Devil Rays. Pick one of the Dodgers' young arms to make an impact this year. Gavin Stone or Bobby Miller? I'm a Bobby Miller guy. I admittedly don't know as much about Gavin Stone. I've liked Bobby Miller since the draft. That's my guy that I like more. Man, you really got me thinking about this worst jerseys thing. The Reds, no. Guardians, no. Twins, White Sox, no. Astros, Pirates, no. I hate those Astros blue jerseys. They're horrible. I think they're awful. They look like spring training jerseys. Marlins are pretty bad. Mariners, no. Royals, Rangers, no. Cardinals, Rockies, no. I don't really particularly like the Angels red jerseys. I think they look pretty awful. There's not that many bad jerseys. Bobby Miller was lethal in the show. Yes, he was. Matt Strahm has been great. Shockingly, he has looked pretty good. The Twins really looked at the 2013 Marlins hat and said, yeah, we're going to use that. Yeah, that M hat is bad. I like the jerseys more so. The M hat, though, is horrendous. Horrendous. Padres, I love the Padres jerseys. I'm a big fan of the mud and mustard. Mustard and mud. I think it looks really good. Dodger City Connect is awful. Yeah, no, Dodger City Connect's awful. I was thinking just regular jerseys. You threw a no-hitter on MLB The Show 20 with Luis Severino? Hashtag throwback is right. I mean, tip the cap. Congratulations. All right, guys, that's where I'm going to wrap up the stream for today. I do appreciate you all hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow better than ever. Maybe I'll get some sleep tonight because I'm not going to the Mets game. And, yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.